range. Any cowboy cook worth their salt always has a good supply of dried beans in their wagon.
In fact, they were so commonly known in cattle country that mealtime was known as bean time.
Bean time! Well, it's bean time here at Cook's Country, and Bridget's going to show us how to make the best barbecue beans that are so meaty and so smoky that it'll make even the toughest cowboy cry tears of joy.
I might start crying tears of joy as well because good barbecue beans means a whole mess of meat.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's where we're starting. Now, we tried a whole bunch of different kinds of quick cooking meat, ground beef, ground pork, sausages. And what we liked the best was bratwurst. I'm going to start off by adding 1 1/4 pounds of bratwurst, casings removed, into a 12-inch skillet. It's nonstick. Turn the heat to medium-high. We're going to cook this until the fat starts to render out. We're going to use that fat to cook onions in just a minute. But I'll go ahead and start breaking this down to smaller pieces. It's going to take about 5 minutes. Let's talk about meat number 2.
Meat number 2.
Meat number 2 is bacon.
Hello.
Always, always a good bet. Now, we want lots of smoky bacon flavor in our baked bean recipe. Bacon is obviously the answer because it's smoked, it's cured, almost tastes like barbecue, and it's kind of perfect. This is 6 slices of very thick cut bacon, and we're going to keep these in a stack because I want to cut these into 1-inch pieces.
Whenever you have to cut bacon into smaller pieces, it's good to keep the bacon chilled because it'll be easier to slice through and you'll get less ripping.
There we go, and now I'll just get back to the sausages. What a difference a few minutes makes. All right, you can see more of that fat has rendered out. Now we're going to use that fat to cook onions. 2 onions that we've chopped. We're going to continue to cook the sausage right along with these onions for about 15 minutes, but what I'm going to look for is that the onions and the sausage get very, very brown. Let's leave this to the side and talk sauce. Not talk shop, talk sauce. So we could have started with a sauce that was all barbecue sauce, just regular bottled barbecue sauce. We do love the flavor of our favorite one is Bullseye, but we're going to doctor it up just a little bit. So what I've got here is a 1/2 cup of bottled barbecue sauce, and we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of ketchup, a 1/2 cup of water, because both the barbecue sauce and the ketchup are pretty darn thick. Now a little bit of mustard. This is 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. So this is going to cut through any of the sweetness that we're going to get from that barbecue sauce. There's something else that we're going to add a little bit later that's pretty sweet too. This is going to help. Now I've got a teaspoon of granulated garlic and a little heat. Got a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
Oh, hello.
You could add more if you wanted. And a teaspoon of liquid smoke. Now this is what really made these beans taste like they came off of a smoker. You really have to add this in there. Otherwise, it just doesn't taste the same. So I'll go ahead and whisk this up, and it's as easy as that. We're done.
Seriously, you could just put that on a hoagie and call it a day for me.
Seriously. 15 minutes, beautifully golden brown, both the onions and the sausages, and we're done with cooking them. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this right into the bowl of barbecue sauce. We'll give these a quick toss, and finally, get to the beans.
Oh, I was wondering where they were.
We're using canned, a lot more convenient, and you can find more varieties. That was important because we didn't want to just add one type of bean. We started off with just good old canned baked beans, and they come with a lot of liquid that we actually liked, kind of a brown sugar molasses tangy flavor there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in 2 28-ounce cans of baked beans. And variety really is the spice of life, Joya. We wanted to add a variety of beans because they add color and different textures. So what we have here is 2 15-ounce cans of cannellini beans. We've gone ahead and drained these. These have a really nice creamy texture. And 2 15-ounce cans of pinto beans. They have kind of a meatier texture. These are also drained. Last ingredient to go in is 1 can of Rotel tomatoes. It's a 10-ounce can. I love Rotel tomatoes. Tomatoes, green chilies, really bright, a little bit acidic.
They're always a little spicier than I give them credit for.
Yeah? They creep up on you, huh?
They do.
All right, let's give this a good stir.
So, you know, beans have lots of nicknames. Of course, there's the magical fruit.
Yes.
But there's also, in Texas, they call them whistleberries.
Okay, I get that. I was
Right?
thinking whistleberries.
And my favorite of all is deceitful beans, because they talk behind your back.
I like that.
Isn't that funny?
What they say, bless your heart?
They do.
That is looking good, and it's not even cooked. So if I could have you bring this pan over. It's a 13 by 9-inch pan. I've gone ahead and put it over a rim baking sheet to just catch any drips. And you want to use a straight-sided metal pan. Found that some of the rounded pans didn't hold the entire mixture.
Ooh.
Can I give you a hand here?
There you go.
Oh,
Just pour this right in
that's a
there.
heavy bowl of beans. I'm just spreading them out. I hope that's what you wanted to do.
Thank you. No, that is what I wanted you to do.
Oh, there you go.
One last thing, though.
Oh yeah, we have the bacon.
That's right. We're gonna shingle this right on top.
Huh.
It's gonna make kind of like a bacon cobblestone.
Oh yeah.
And as it cooks in the oven, that bacon fat is gonna render down into the beans, giving even more flavor, porky, smoky, cured flavor right into the beans. And it's gonna get a little bit crisp on top.
Porky cobblestones.
Don't you love that?
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is done. It's gonna go into a 350-degree oven for about an hour and a half. We're gonna pull it out when all those sides are bubbling. You'll see that bacon turns a really nice, deep, dark brown. Oh, yes.
My goodness. I love the cobblestone bacon. It almost looks like a little flag, like a bacon flag. I'm from the nation of bacon.
I am from the nation of bacon, too. This is way too hot to eat, obviously.
It looks like lava under there.
And we need 15 minutes for this to cool down, and then we can come back and you can taste them.
Can't wait. Goodness, that looks good.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say, I've never looked forward to a bowl of barbecue baked beans in my life, but I can't wait to dive into this.
Today is the day.
Oh,
You know, 3 kinds of beans, 2 kinds of meat, though. That's what I am concentrating on.
it does. It has a big meaty flavor. All right, I'm gonna try a piece of bacon now. I've been waiting. Oh.
And the sauce. You know, it's smoky and it's tomatoey because of the ketchup, but it's got a little zing to it, too.
But the bacon, because the sauce sort of bubbled up around the edges are almost candied. It's like candied bacon. I mean, you've got to be kidding me with this. For the best barbecue beans on the range, start with canned beans. 2 cans of baked beans, 2 cans of cannellini beans, 2 cans of pinto beans, and to give those beans some serious flavor, we added a bunch of bratwurst and gussied up some bottled barbecue sauce with spicy brown mustard, liquid smoke, and a little vinegar. And the final touch, a cobblestone top made of bacon. Baked for 1.5 hours, these are the best beans you've ever had. So there you have it, from Cook's Country, the best recipe for backyard barbecued baked beans. You can get this recipe, all the recipes from this season, along with our tastings, testings, and select episodes at cookscountry.com. Well done.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.